In this next video, what we're going to cover here is the importance of head position. So let's make sure we understand the three layers of defense that we're trying to penetrate and how we need to penetrate them in order. So, put this paper down. So I'm here with Dave. Dave's in a good wrestling stance. So the first layer of defense is a little counterintuitive. It's going to be the head position. I need to win the head fight here before moving on to the next. So that's what we're about to discuss. Once we've gotten past the first layer of defense, we have to deal with the second layer. His arms, hands, and shoulders. That's what the rest of this class is going to cover. How do we get through this layer of defense? And once we have gotten these out of the way, it exposes his third layer, the hips. That's what we're going to cover in the second day of class. So from here, the first drill that we're going to go over with our training partner here is we're going to take our hands, we're going to put them behind our back. We're going to make sure we're in a good wrestling stance. We're going to get forehead to forehead, and both of us are going to fight with about 50-50, meaning I'll win one, he wins one, I win two, he wins two, about that type of order. So we go back forth, I try, he gets me, there. Now he's won the head fight and exposed his head position. Now from here he can begin moving on to more dominant positions. Now we reset back to forehead. I win this position. Now here, I've gotten a dominant position. Look how my hips, hands are facing him, and now his hips and hands are facing out into empty space. That's why this drill is so important. So make sure you're going about 50% with your training partner, and that one person wins, the next person wins. This isn't to try and kill each other. But this should bring up some primal emotion. This should really draw out some aggressive instincts in you, so make sure you temper that with some control. Okay. Now the next drill you can go and try after you've done this is what I call switching side to side. So I'm here with Dave. Our hands are still behind the back. Dave goes ahead and gets dominant head position on me. Now from here, I'm in a bit of trouble, and I'm going to have to do something to get out of this. So there are two ways I can go. I can either go over his head or under his head. So from here, I'm going to turtle my neck, and then I can dip my head underneath, coming into a dominant head position. Likewise, if he has his head position through there, I can go over, slice down into a dominant head position. Now, Dave can go ahead and do the same thing on me. Turtles his head, comes over, and slices through into a dominant head position. And then likewise, I come back under. He can also go under to a dominant head position. There. So this is switching side to side, and when you're going live, it's going to be a bit more difficult to hit this technique, especially because we are sacrificing position to gain some position. One of the worst places you can get caught all wrestling is if I'm going with Dave, and I shrink my head down low, and he brings his head up, and my head gets stuck underneath here. This is really bad. It will lead to a front headlock. So make sure when you're doing this drill that you're doing with a certain aggressiveness and with some timing, that you're moving past that position and trying to get to your dominant position. All right. Now, a big part of getting good head position is using the movement to open it up. So it's not just going to be through here and us squirreling our heads around trying to get good dominant position. It's going to involve me getting a little bit of purchase and using my movement and pressing in here with my legs. So if Dave gets good head position in on me, but doesn't follow it up with movement, there's no purchase on his head. He needs to be driving into me just a little bit. There. Now he starts taking a few little itty bitty steps into me. That's getting purchase in on his head position and ensuring that he gets it. So make sure when you do win your head position that you're backing it up with some motion. Likewise, you can also use motion to help you get there in the first place. So we're going with Dave here. I might come to the side here to gain some motion, get my head position, and then from there, start walking it down. So those are three easy drills you can do that will help begin to increase your understanding of the head position fight.